Yes, it does get frustrating at sometimes when you want to, when you know you can do good, but you don't, and it's like, yeah.
Without this intervention, most of these children would find a normal classroom very, very difficult.
I've never really kept it a secret. Well, I have, but some people knew. It wasn't like everybody.
Sometimes it's not easy work, but you know that it's important work that we're doing and that it will make a difference.
The concept is to provide wraparound services for students.
So lots of them, I find that without the supports, they'd be dropping out.
I just think I can do better.
My reward is watching her succeed.
He's taught me as much as I've taught him, I think.
Math just makes no sense. And English is difficult.
It's not just teaching language arts, because we're teaching the whole child, not just skills.
Every child deserves the opportunity to be the best that they can be.
I hope to be a photographer.
In order for kids to be successful in school, we have to take a broader approach and we have to take a larger picture. And that involves family, and it involves social and emotional and all of the rest of it. We can't expect that a student who's struggling at home, whether it's with abuse problems or family violence or addictions or learning disabilities like fetal alcohol syndrome, we can't expect that they can come to school and focus for their hours that they're at school on their math or their language or their social studies.
We mostly are a people service, so most of our resources are in the people who go out into the schools and the communities. The communities are not expected to come to us. We go to them and try to work in the context that they work and live in every day.
The WRAP project stands for Wellness, Resiliency and Partnership Project. It's a project in its second year, and we're going into our third year of supporting junior and senior high school students with fetal alcohol syndrome.
For students who present with fetal alcohol syndrome, they have been born, they didn't ask for it, they were born with significant neurological damage that we can't fix.
We knew that there were FASD kids, but we're finding out more about FASD and how it's on a spectrum and what we need to deal with in order to make these kids more successful.
Usually it's a lack of social skills. Being a developmental disability, FASD, you can see a lot of social skills that aren't present.
A lot of them have very artistic, musical strengths. Some of them are very athletic.
So the thinking in the WRAP project was if we could put caring adults in schools close to the students. Teachers are caring adults, but they are very busy delivering program of studies. That's their responsibility. So caring adults who could connect with these students, help them to get everything in place so they can come to school, be engaged, start to set some positive goals for themselves, start to find out how to achieve those goals. So that was the thinking behind the WRAP project.
Currently, we're in 9 different school districts throughout northern Alberta. We have combinations of schools where we have shared coaches between Catholic and public schools, as well as have partnerships with fetal alcohol networks in their communities.
If this was not in place for the students, if this type of support and team approach, I really do think that these students would leave school and they would be unsuccessful.
I have an amazing team surrounding me from every direction with the WRAP team that I know are in the same situations. So that offers, you know, you're never alone.
We need this whole village of people then to support them and make sure they have very good life outcomes and that they make some of those good choices, but to coach them and support them through when they don't. They need a cadre of caring adults.
I think that when we have kids that have alcohol effects or other disabilities, then that village needs to be big, but that village needs to be close and connected. And so the village needs to work well together and needs to have that real team and group dynamic.
Bringing the community resources, the home life, and the school environment together, that has been priceless.
There's no way that just myself could do this work. It is a team effort.
We have 3 goals with the WRAP project. The first goal is to support student engagement. The second goal is to increase academic success. And the third goal is to support emotional, physical, and social well-being of students.
And what do you think of yourself? If you were to describe yourself to me, how would you describe yourself?
A normal girl going through life like a teenager.
She's unable to sound out the words. She has a problem remembering them. I think a lot of it is memory, and Kelsey's memory doesn't seem to want to work for the letters.
They're spelt correctly, I know that, but I just can't sound them out.
I think it's important for Kelsey to work with someone that believes in her. I think if you can't read or write and you're in grade 10 and all your peers are doing it, it would be easy to feel less than.
They just helped me go through it, and they told me I could accomplish something in life, and it made me happy.
I really focus on trying to get that school-based involvement for their social, their emotional, their academic especially, and their physical needs.
He breaks things down and tries to help me at whatever I'm struggling at, and gives me ideas on how to do it on my own as well.
Building that bridge of getting him re-involved within the community sports and got him active with a soccer team to jump into his passion, his love for soccer, but it's also to get him out there and developing those social skills, those peer interaction skills that he knows and he's identified is a goal for him, and that's a realistic goal.
He helps me make resumes. Like, we made a resume on Tuesday, and he helps me with schoolwork.
What I want to do is build my role within the family and the schools to help alleviate any pressure I can, so these students are set up for success.
We were having a silent auction at school, and Justin and his fiance were here, and there was a fight going on at home, and I said that I wanted to come, so he got it together with my friend Michelle that her parents would drive me home afterwards so I could actually go, so I came.
What are your favorite things to do?
Swimming, pow dancing, and round dance.
In that order?
Yep.
We started out when I first got to know Sienna with just helping with some organization, and we would go through her binders and her books, and I started to see a pattern on a lot of her writing that every day is a good day.
Now, are there people in the school that help you out?
Yeah, Diane helps me.
And how does she help you?
She helps me with my work.
We created the Snack Basket program so that it's kind of like a work experience within the school. We've tried to incorporate a lot of things. It will help her build on her academics as well. She has to do inventory with it. She has to do counting.
I go to the classes first, get them. Then I had to count how much to put more in, like 20 snacks. Like if there's already some, I had to put like 7, 10, probably some not even, then I had to take them back.
It's easy for Sienna to fall behind and feel down about that and feel discouraged. So we work on breaking what appears to be big jobs into just little jobs.
My marks are getting up, getting better.
We have data to suggest that students are staying in school, they're completing courses, they actually are reporting that they go to the coach for support. We have coaches reporting about all of the services they've been able to provide. So we're fairly confident that this is a very practical way to get students the supports they need, not only to complete high school, but to set goals for themselves as young adults so they can be successful in other parts of their life.
I've never had so many resources at my fingertips, or if somebody doesn't know the answer to a question, they find it.
I think that the team approach is essential to the project and is essential to the success for these students.
We want them to be successful here, build themselves socially, emotionally, and then go into the world being capable.
Finishing high school is a big part of succeeding in life. So having that success can go on and benefit society, benefit everybody, I think.
It might take time to build the supports and the relationships with students and families and schools, but it makes a difference. It makes a difference to that child, and it makes a difference to our communities, and that's what's so important.
And that's kind of the big picture. It's not about our agenda, it's about meeting the needs of the individual and the student.
I mostly play soccer, but basically I can be good at anything.